Today I want to share some frequently asked questions. Parents have so many questions about college because you guys love your children so much, you want to do right by them. You want to make sure that you're giving them the absolute best that you can. And so you might feel like your questions are dumb. Guess what? They're not. They're real, they're legit, and you deserve to have them answered. Can the same letters of recommendation be sent to all the schools he's applying to? Yes, absolutely. About letters of recommendation, a lot of folks who have to write them, like teachers and guidance counselors, they have to write so many of them. What you want to do is first, give them a lot of time, a lot of notice. Second, give them what's called a brag sheet. So if you give them a list of all the things that you've accomplished, that way not only can they brag about your student about the specific things that you want them to talk about, but also it helps refresh their memory. Because as a person who's had like a lot of students, when people are asking me, oh, can you write a recommendation letter? I want to write something that's really good and really thoughtful. Because if I just write some sort of like, I recommend Joe Johnson for your program, then that means nothing. So I want to write something that is fundamentally true about the child's character and a time where he, she, they had an experience and grew from it, right? Because that's the essence of a great recommendation letter. So if you give a brag sheet, it makes it so much easier for the person who's writing your recommendation letter to get it done. Another thing you can tell the people writing the recommendation letters, as of a couple years ago at NACAC, they introduced these bulleted recommendation formats. And so they sent it out to 25 highly selective schools. 20 of them responded, and 19 of the 20 that responded said the bulleted recommendations were better than or the same as a prose recommendation. So imagine when you're writing a recommendation letter, you can say the child did and then list bullet points. That's obviously faster than writing sentences around it. So that bulleted recommendation, that set of bullet points, is now acceptable by almost all top colleges. And I would imagine if it's acceptable by all the top colleges they asked, probably every college is down to take it. Remind your recommender that they can do bulleted recommendations because that's going to save them a lot of time and trouble. And that will probably make them like you a lot more, which is going to get you that recommendation letter.